Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's wisdom will be coming from out of Psalm 37, verse 3. That's Psalm 37, verse 3. It says, trust in the Lord and do good. So shall thy dwell in the land, verily thy shall be fed. Today I want to talk about be charitable. Year to be in 2023. God says, I want you to be charitable. That is, I want you to support the weak. I want you to be able to help those who can't help themselves. I want you to do it through an act of donation. Be charitable. Of course, David is writing this particular song, and he started off by saying we ought to not be in consternation. That is, we ought to not be fretting or worried about evil doers, neither be envious of the workers of iniquity. They may seem to be prospering and not living right or not doing the right thing. He says, because in verse 2, he said they're going to soon be cut down like grass and withered as the green herb. But he said, here is your instruction. He says, I want you to trust in the Lord and do good. To trust in the Lord, to depend on the Lord Jehovah, the great I am, the Elohim God, the self-existent God, the eternal God. He says he wants us to do good. In Galatians chapter 6, verse number 10, he says, as we therefore have opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially those who are in the household of faith. John Welling said, do all the good you can, in all the ways you can, to all the souls you can, in every place you can, and at all times you can, with all the zeals you can, and as long as you ever can. He says, when you do good, whatever you are sowing, he said, that's what you're going to reap. If you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. But if you sow bountifully, you shall reap bountifully. He said, when you do this, here's the inspiration. He says, you're going to dwell in the land. God says, I'm going to put you in a land that is flowing with milk and honey. And not only am I going to put you in a good place, but he says, I'm going to provide for you. He said, verily, that is surely you're going to be fed. God, he says, I'm going to supply every one of your need according to your riches and glory in heaven. He is our Jehovah Jireh. God says, I am going to provide for you. Therefore, I want to charge you and challenge you to do good. Do something charitable for someone who cannot do for themselves. Do good. Be charitable. I pray the word of God has blessed you on today as always. Today will be better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. While I was trying to live better, be better, and do better. Be charitable. Give me you. Everything else will fail.